All right, welcome back to the channel. Don't mind my slick back hair. I just took my hat off. This is the first time in a good while that we're getting out on the river today. I got the paddles ready, got the kayak out. We're going to get down in the water here, get to the other side. This water's finally back down to where I like to look, around that 21.5 range. And it's going to go back up tomorrow because of rain. And it's probably, I don't know, the first time in 4 or 5 weeks that I've even surface hunted the river, let alone kayaking it. It's just rained a lot and it's stayed above 22 feet for a really long time. That makes it super hard to look. But we got this kayak down here at the water's edge. We're going to get across and hopefully we'll find you something good. All right, so one thing I want to make note of, that tree never used to be by that. Brick used to be back there where the end of the tree is. So this place has moved around, shifted a lot, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Usually it's a good thing, but you never know. We're going to get in here. We're going to start looking around. Hopefully it's a good thing. All right, like always, we start out surface hunting. A lot of this rock's been altered a lot, and that presents opportunity for stuff that was buried to just be laying out. And we actually have an example of that right here. Look at that beautiful triangle. We're gonna pick that bad boy up and look at it. I'm gonna get a picture first. All righty, here's the moment of truth. Oh, that thing's perfect. That thing is perfect. Look at that. Beautiful little true arrowhead. Awesome. All right, we're on the board already. Pretty cool. Alrighty, there's some type of jawbone laying out. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna take it home now. Ooh, look here. Found a spalled out rock. Maybe I was trying to make a little 4th ancient point out of that. That's pretty neat. Alrighty, we got all the surface hunting in, so we got up high here and did a little sifting, brought it down here to the water. See if we can't find something that's fallen out of the hill since that last high water. Alright, so that's about all we got out of that first sift. A couple pieces of flint and some type of copper blank. I don't know what that is, but we'll do a couple more sifts. It's already a late day, so it's gonna be a short hunt. So we might just find that one piece, but we'll get a couple more buckets in and see if we can't find a couple more good pieces. All right, here's an odd rock I found. I think it's just natural. It could be the makings of a preform for like a celt. It's awful flat on one side, not on the other. You let me know what you think. It doesn't quite look formed, but let me know in the comments if you see something I don't. All right, we did another sift and all we found is more flint. I thought that piece was worked, but it's not, it's just debitage. We got a few more sifts to do and hopefully we'll find something else. All right, stuff just picked up. We got a nice little hammerstone. See where it's been worked out around there. Good little packing stone there. Got a piece of shell came out of this site. Just shows what they were cracking open and eating in here. I got something really cool. It's not Native American, but it is flint. That right there, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's a gunflint. That's pretty cool right there. Never seen one that color. It's not quite black, but I'm right in here where I find all these triangle points. So we'll throw that in the pocket. We've got a few more sifts to go before we're done. All right, I got something cool here. I think it might be an ammonite fossil. I'm not sure. If not, it's just a really cool concretion then. It's gonna go with our flint. We'll look at it when we get home. All right, excuse the jet ski in the back. Taking a little bit of rock off up here, and I did a sift and I got me a busted one, but I thought it was reworked for a minute, but I think it just broke in a decent way. Little triangle right there. So we get near the end finally. I'm starting to get tired. I actually sifted a lot more than I thought I would. I'll probably do a couple more up there because I wanted to check that place out. And then maybe one up over this log, but other than that, we're gonna finish up pretty soon. All right, got me a really tiny fossil here, if I could focus in on it. There you go. Not much dry hum about there. I got this rock. It kind of looks like a preform. Thought it was nothing, and I noticed the line around it. I'm not married to it because it's a rock of lower integrity, but did look worked. We got this washed off up here. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna do one more sift and then I'm getting out of here. I am dog tired. All right, we just finished the last sift and threw the debris out. Got some good stuff here. Just a couple pieces of flint there on the log. I've got what looks kind of like a preform, little rock they were knocking at. This one I wasn't too sure. It's a piece of flint. I don't think it's worked at now, but it kind of looked bulbed like a scraper. I still can't tell. We'll look when we get home. I think it's just a piece of debitage. Another piece of flint. But we did come out there with a worked triangle. It's kind of uniface looking. Let me focus in on this. It's worked on that edge and worked on the bottom. It's kind of like busted off. But fine's a fine. Half a triangle is better than no triangle. And we're going to end it on that note. It's been a pretty good day. We're going to collect our different piles of rocks, get back across the river, and we'll show you everything that we got tonight. Alrighty, we just left our spot and got everything sorted. Pretty good set of finds tonight. I got that little piece I thought looked like it was being worked at, like a little preform. I get a lot of those in there. Like they'll half a cobble and I'll start spalling pieces off till they get like this weird little triangle with almost like really long blunt serrations on it, and then they'll work it down into one of these. I'm guessing there's a lot of those kinds of preforms in that site. I found this rock, and I don't know if it's anything or not, but you look at it, it kind of looks like they were going to start a little celled or adds or something with it and maybe stopped. It could just be natural. We'll go home, go into what if pile. If anything, I think it might be a little hammerstone too. It's got a little banging on each end. And speaking of hammerstones, I got one there. It's been pecked at pretty good. Looks like it's been fired in a fire pit as well. We got that tiny little fossil I showed you, some weird little piece of, I think, copper, like a cutout. I don't think it is, but I wasn't certain. I thought maybe I had one of them little net stones there, but it looks natural. I'm going to take it home anyway. Like I said, I've got what if pile, like all the other things I'm not 100% sure on. We got this, and I'm pretty sure that it's an ammonite fossil, but I'm not 100%. Looks like it's spiraled. I don't know if I can bust it and figure out more or not. I'm going to get on the fossil forums on Facebook and see if anybody knows. But we did come out there with some pretty good finds tonight. Got this broken triangle right here. You see where it's worked on each edge, and then it's just missing that top. I thought it was kind of like reworked for a minute, but they're so thin. Sometimes it breaks off and it still looks sharp. We got the edge to another one there. You can see where it's worked on that side, and it's kind of worked on the bottom and then busted through the work. Got a whole triangle, very nice one, very sharp on each end. That's always a nice find when we can pull one hole out like that. And that one must have been really small. Kind of thought I could see the cortex of the rock, maybe not. But yeah, that's an awesome find right there. But I think the find of the night's got to be this one. This is a gunflint. It's kind of translucent, but it's mostly black. Let's see if we can see through the light here. You can see around the edges. And then in the middle, it's just not That's just a beautiful, I've never seen a brown gunflint before. But you can just tell by the working around the edges, the way it's squared off. That's what it is. And this one looks like it might have been used. Pieces missing over here. We're really close to some historical sites. There's a lot of Civil War history in the area, and we're actually very close to Blennerhassett Island. So maybe that's part of Aaron Burr's militia right there. That'd be pretty cool. But that's everything that we found. It was a really good first day back on the river, and I'm glad y'all could come along with me. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see you out on the river next time. Happy hunting.